Ever get that nagging feeling? Maybe unexplained weight gain, or you're just tired all the time, or mood swings that kind of come out of nowhere.
Hmm.
Well, today we're diving into something that might be playing a hidden role. Xenoestrogens.
The estrogen imposters.
Exactly. These things that could be, silently hijacking your hormones.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to explore what these compounds actually are, where they're sort of hiding in plain sight, really, in your daily life,
Right?
and what kind of impact they might be having. The goal here is to give you a clear picture and maybe some simple steps to, well, put down your exposure, feel a bit more in control.
Okay, let's start there then. These estrogen impersonators, what are they really?
Essentially, they are chemicals. They can
Yeah.
be synthetic, man-made, or even sometimes natural ones.
Right.
And the key thing is your body can mistake them for its own estrogen.
Wow.
It's fascinating, actually. These imposters can latch onto your hormone receptors. Sometimes they might even bind more strongly than your real estrogen, or trigger slightly different responses. So you get these amplified or sort of altered hormone signals.
So our bodies are basically getting tricked.
That's a good way to put it. And they're not rare finds. They're surprisingly common in, everyday products.
Okay, so where are they? Where are these things hiding in our homes, our routines?
Oh, they're pretty widespread. Think about plastics first. Things like BPA, phthalates.
Right, in water bottles, food containers.
Exactly, all that packaging. And then head over to your bathroom cabinet.
Okay.
Many lotions, makeup, shampoos, they often contain things like parabens and those synthetic fragrances.
And those act like xenoestrogens?
They can, yes. And it's not just what we put on our skin, right?
No.
What else?
Well, think about food. Pesticides, especially on non-organic fruits and vegetables, that's a source.
You're right.
Even some regular household cleaners have chemicals that can mess with hormone receptors.
Uh,
And interestingly, the linings inside canned foods often contain BPA.
oh, yeah, I've heard about that. It can leach into the food. It can, yeah. And even things like nonstick pans, Teflon coatings, when they get really hot, they can release compounds that act as endocrine disruptors.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
It feels almost a bit overwhelming thinking about all those sources.
It can feel that way initially, but just, understanding where they commonly pop up, that's the really crucial first step. You don't need a chemistry degree, just awareness.
Okay, makes sense.
But yeah.
So our bodies are reacting to these imposters. What kind of health issues can this actually cause?
Well, because they mimic estrogen, a key problem that often comes up is something called estrogen dominance.
Estrogen dominant.
Yeah, it basically throws your natural hormonal balance out of whack.
And how does that show up?
It can manifest in lots of ways. Weight gain is a common one, especially around the hips and abdomen.
Mm-hmm.
Many people report irregular periods or just, worse PMS symptoms. We also see links to lower libido, fertility issues.
Oh.
Even mood swings and anxiety can be connected.
Those are some pretty significant effects. Anything else?
Yeah, things like breast tenderness or developing fibrocystic breasts can be related. Fatigue and that sort of brain fog feeling are also really commonly reported.
Fatigue and brain fog too. Okay.
Definitely. And then looking bigger picture, long-term exposure has been associated with a higher risk for certain hormone-related cancers, things like breast cancer and prostate cancer.
That's quite sobering. Okay, this is definitely eye-opening. So what can we actually do then? How do we reduce our exposure in daily life?
Right, the practical stuff. And the good news is, really, even small changes can add up and make a difference.
Okay, good. Like what?
Start simple, maybe in the kitchen. Swap out those plastic food containers and water bottles. Use glass or stainless steel instead.
That seems pretty straightforward. Doable switch. What about, like, soaps and lotions?
Yeah, for personal care, look for products specifically labeled paraben-free and fragrance-free. The term fragrance can hide a lot of chemicals.
Good tip.
And when you can, choose organic produce. It helps minimize that pesticide intake.
Right, the pesticides.
And a really simple one. Just don't heat your food up in plastic containers in the microwave.
Oh, yeah, definitely shouldn't do that. Easy enough. Any other practical tips?
Well, you might consider using a water filter. Some can remove potential contaminants.
Okay.
And honestly, just become a bit of a label reader. Take a quick look at the ingredients list on products. It can help you spot and avoid many of these chemicals.
So it's not about perfection then?
Not at all. It's really about making consistent, slightly better choices over time rather than trying to eliminate absolutely everything overnight. That's just not realistic for most people.
Okay. So the big takeaway here is that these xenoestrogens, these hormone mimics, They are kind of all around us,
They are present.
but understanding where they are, what they do,
Yeah,
that actually gives us the power to make different choices, right? Informed choices.
precisely. That awareness is key. By knowing about these estrogen imposters, you can take proactive steps, small ones even, towards better hormonal health and, just overall well-being.
And maybe for you listening, this deep dive inspires you to, I don't know, just take a closer look at the products you use every day, maybe start in the kitchen or the bathroom. That simple act of just looking at the labels, investigating a bit, that could be a really valuable first step in understanding your own potential exposure and making choices that feel right for your health.